Hello everybody, I'm the Silver Gamer, and welcome back to the early access version of Surviving Mars. And the reason I say early access version of Surviving Mars is because the game is officially out. So it came out yesterday, which was the 15th of March, and yeah, so the game is officially out. Sadly, this save is no longer compatible with the game. Now, I am still currently in the early access version, which means that this save is still compatible. However, if I updated, it will break. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end the early access series with this episode. Basically, what we're going to do here in this episode is land our humans on the planet and show you guys what they can do and how to manage them. And then this will be the last kind of episode. So we'll kind of make this like the tutorial kind of first look series, and then we'll come back later on and actually do a full-fledged series. It kind of stinks because I wanted this to be open-ended, but I mean, you know, it's early access. Everything's unpredictable, and honestly, this is kind of a predictable thing, you know, breaking saves and all that. So, regardless, let us back out here. So, in the last episode, we built our first dome. Our first and last dome of this series, most likely. It is beautiful, it is shiny, and it's just, look at this thing. It's gorgeous, sitting in front of that perfect Martian nightscape. So, what do we do next? So we have to land the first humans on Mars. So the first thing we're going to do here is go into the resupply mission, go to passenger rocket, and in here we have a bunch of different customizable options. So first and foremost, the age group. Now I have already selected a couple different things in here to prioritize. So we're not going to want children. We're not going to want seniors either, because, well, we don't have a sufficient society here on Mars to sustain them entertainment-wise and basically lifestyle-wise. What we really want is youth and adults, so the working class. So they can have babies, they can also work for us to produce a great society here, as well as allow us to send rare metals back to Earth for extra funding. Now again, this isn't going to matter in this series, but just, you know, just to kind of show you guys what these things do. Let's rename this to the Sol Invictus 3. I know it's not very creative, but I mean, why not? Let's go back. Let's go to specialization. So this game does have specializations for the colonists. Each one controls a different or each one benefits a certain type of job. So for instance, scientists allow you to work in research buildings, you know, better. Their interests are gaming, and they don't like shopping. Okay, engineers work in factories. They like dining, but don't like being social. Security likes exercise, but doesn't like shopping. Geologists like drinking, but they don't like relaxation. That's interesting. Botanists like luxury, but don't like social as well. And medics love luxury, but hate relaxation. Okay, I think what we're going to do here is just to kind of... well, we're not going to want no specialization. We want at least the first kind of batch to be a specialized group. At least one of each of these options. So we're going to do that. Let's go back to sex so we can choose other. That is neither male nor female. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that was in this. Cool. So, I mean, we're not going to prioritize anything, male or female. I'm not sure... I mean, there's not really a reason to do this besides if you want more, you know, more women to produce, well, babies. Again, it sounds very weird talking about it like that, but, you know. Anyway, perks. So perks allow them to have different stats. So these... are the kind of wrenches in certain colonists. So while an engineer might not like to talk to people, you could have an engineer that is, or be a party animal. There we go. So gain additional comfort when satisfying social interests. I'm not sure if it's possible for them to have this, but if an engineer was a party animal, it would kind of cancel out their minus to social. So I don't know. It's kind of a cool thing. Let's go backwards. So flaws are also a thing as well, and that kind of does the opposite side effect. And quirks, randomly spreads other traits of the colonist to persons in the same dome with less than 3 traits. Oh. Tourists don't work, leave at first opportunity, but will decide to stay if comfort is high. And vegans, don't worry. They'll tell you. Absolutely. All right, I guess we'll just leave that, you know, as is. So, with that said and done, let's review our candidates. So we have Neda Titova, who is from Russia, female, age, adult, okay, specialization scientist, survivor trait, which loses less health without food, water, or oxygen when living in an unpowered dome. That is commonplace. If you don't have a great power system, your dome might lose power every now and again, and they lose health if the power is not on. So you really want to, you know, make sure the dome has prioritization over anything else in your base. We will select you. That's fine. So we have another female and adult. She's lazy, she's an alcoholic, and she's a hypochondriac. I'm going to skip out on her. She seems more troublesome than I'd quite like. We have Alphonse David from France. He's a youth, he's a geologist, and he's a survivor, which is good. Okay, botanist. So we have Delbert Cassidy, a male adult. He's melancholic, which increases the performance penalty when at low morale. He's sexy, greatly increases his birth rate, and he's a gamer. Recovers sanity when gaming. Sure. We have Alexei Ivanov, who is from Russia, adult, and an enthusiast, so increases performance boost when at high morale. Sure. What are we missing? So we have scientist, geologist, botanist, engineer. We need security. Officer. Okay, so security. So we have Cassius Lincoln, who is a male adult, gambler, rugged, no comfort penalties when eating unprepared food or having no residence. That's pretty good. And melancholic again. I think that's okay. And then the last one is a medic. Denver Cassidy. And, you know, I'm going to look for a woman here because the ratio here is not looking too good. If we want to have babies, this is not the way to do it. Oh, and we don't have any. The only medic here is Denver Cassidy, who's a party animal and a vegan. Okay, we'll select you. So we'll have to switch out, like... Actually, that's good. We'll do Arlene Jefferson, who's a female from the United States, melancholic, fit, and hypochondriac. The hypochondriac is a little bit, well, sucky, but, I mean, we really have no other choice. We can also choose up to 6 more. So let's just go in here and just choose basically, I don't know. I guess we can choose you. Geologist, no. Botanists are probably going to be better for us because we can start a farm. You're a vegan botanist, that's, I guess, okay. Colleen, melancholic, workaholic, and loner. Perfect. Welcome to the colony. Scientist, Arlene Garrison, loner, enthusiast, and religious. Okay. Sure. That's fine. We have 2 more. Let's do another scientist. We'll do Nikodim Sidorov. God, these names are interesting. Vegan enthusiast. Cool. Scientist... Oh, from China. Perfect. Let's get, yeah. Let's do Qinglan Hisaya. I'm not sure. So it looks like the only countries that I'm seeing here, I mean, I know there's probably a bunch, but I'm seeing the US, France, Russia, and China. Again, I'm not seeing much else besides that. I mean, it doesn't matter which country they're from. It's just, you know, I like diversity. It's pretty cool to see different countries coming together for something like this. Anyway, I'm stalling. Let's launch the rocket. So there are 12 passengers on board the rocket, but there's only space for 0 new residents in the colony. Oh, that's fine. Launch anyway. Because of the living quarters. We need more space for people. So let's go ahead and do this. Place down living home right there. Let's also place a... what do we need? We need a space bar. No, we need a diner. Yep. We're also going to want a security station, probably. We will also add a little bit of a lake back here or something like that. Just so they have a little bit of beauty. What does this actually do? Oh, comfort. Right. I'm trying to think. What else do we need? We could use a research lab, I suppose. No, where's the... Oh, we need a farm. Which we actually don't have unlocked. So, infirmary, that's what we need. We'll put that over here. And that should be okay for now. Alright, so these drones are going to get to work. Let's speed up some time. What do we need actually over here for these resources? So we need concrete, concrete, concrete. Alright, that looks like the theme. Let's come over here, pick up some concrete, please. Oh, what I want to do before I do anything else is actually send a cargo rocket down with food. Tons and tons of food. I mean, we don't have farms yet, so we're going to have to rely on resupply missions for the time being. So let's just get about 100 food. Okay. We could probably use some more drones. Use about 10 more drones. We'll get more machine parts. And that seems to be about good. We're down to $1.8 million. Although, I was looking at this in post. It says 1.8. I don't know if this is $1 million thing. I think this might be $1,800,000,000. I think. I don't know how this is set up. I mean, I'm saying 1.8 million, but I don't think that's accurate. Either way, let's launch this. The Phoenix 2, no. The Sol Invictus 4, again, not creative, but doesn't really matter. Okay, you have 30, perfect. Let's drop you off all the way up here. Alright, so the colonists are en route. They are 20% of their way to Mars. Once they get here, they actually come off with some food. So we have 12 food to start with, but
we have a power shortage.
Yikes. Alright, that's not good. Insufficient power. 15. What the hell's happening? Okay, guys. Alright, let's just request maintenance on all of these. Alright, why? I don't have to do these manually, do I? Maintenance on everything. Literally everything. This is kind of crazy. I wish I could set a threshold, right? A threshold where if it gets to a certain point, then just go ahead and, you know, make sure you maintain it. Just everything. I don't care if it's going to be, you know, halfway or not. Just make sure it's full for the colonists. Okay, I don't really care about that. The batteries? No. Don't need to do these yet. Drone hub is fine. Okay, that should be okay. How are you doing? You're doing okay? Great. So someone was pointing out to me that this has to be in radius of the dome. This little metal deposit. But what you can do is if you go into production and you go to metals extractor, you can do this. So, technically, I still have it in range. It's going to give us 857... Oh, actually, is that accurate? Yeah, I think it might be. Where was that? I lost it. That's 1,200. You know what? I like that. Just place that there. Can we... Lower the priority. I don't really care about that right now. So, yeah, you can still place it, like, in range. This is more like a radius. Okay, we're going to need more concrete, so come on. Way down here again. Pick this up. I don't want to set a route, because we're not going to need that much up here, are we? This takes... Well, I guess this takes concrete to we I don't want to send all my concrete up there, though. I'd rather not. Okay, what the hell's happening with the power? We need more. All right, let's just make a bunch of wind turbines to get us through the nights. So we'll do one there. We will do one there, and one there. Tons and tons of power. I don't want this dome shutting off on us while our colonists are inside. Alright, you're going to unload your resources way over there. Okay, how are things going? Pretty okay. They're working on the living quarters first, which is absolutely perfect.
Welcome back. I'm Panem
That's...
Vehicle battery low.
Alright, I'll figure that out. This is all set, so we now have resident space. One thing I want to do before we do that, though, is we can actually change this dome. Now, I do like this because it's more realistic. However, it's hard to see inside. So we're going to switch to this bubble dome. I mean, it's really not realistic at all. It looks like Sandy's house from SpongeBob, which... I don't know. It's just... It's not... Yeah. Anyway, we're going to keep it like this for now just so we can see inside. I do like this one better, as I said, but... Oh, it actually changes the road, too. Well, let's just leave it like this. That should be enough concrete. In fact, they're starting to store it now, so that... Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be enough.
Sector scanned.
Sector scanned. Oh, battery with no power. Yes, you. Why don't you do that, please? No resources up there. Okay, just keep scanning all of this. They are 75% of the way here. We are just about ready to kind of get them inside here. What we're going to do first, though, is take a look to see if we can build any farms. We can. So what I think I'm going to do, we are working on hygroscopic vaporators. I want to turn these two off. Do that. And then go back to what we were doing. Which I don't remember. I'm going to do low G turbines. And... Soylent Green? No. We're not going to chop up our residents quite yet. Apartments, I guess. That's fine. I'm going to land the rocket somewhere over here. What are you doing? Oh, you're the Musk. Alright. Yeah, just sit there. What I wanted to take a look at, before we do anything else, is there is a tunnel. And I'm not sure how this... Too far from working drone commander. So if I put that here... Does this allow us to go down? How does this work? The tunnel entrance and exit can connect power and life support grids at different locations and different elevations. Rovers can travel along the tunnels to reach the places they otherwise couldn't. But how do you set these up? That's a good question. Very, very good question. Okay, we actually need more machine parts for the metal extractor, so we'll go over to... these dust devils are spawning in this one radius. They don't hit our base, but, I mean, they're getting pretty dangerous. Let's go and get some machine parts, not all of them. How's our power now? Perfect. We're making an extra 20 more than we should. Let's get another battery. With, power, of course. We'll do something like this and this. That sounds good. Let's go back here. Let's unload right there. Building's not working. We have... Yes, that's because we need colonists. Which we are getting right now. Let's land these guys right over here. Literally right next to the base. Let's also land the resupply with the food. I don't know. Let's go right there. There's going to be a lot of rockets landing over here. In fact, before we do that, let's just go into photo mode, because I want to take a photo here first for the thumbnail. But it'll be cooler to look at them like this. Alright, and here they come. One a colonist ship, and the other... Okay, that was the screenshot. And another, the resupply ship.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
Alright, so the next 10 souls will be full of difficulties and dangers, but also with great promises and opportunities. It is now up to us to prove that Mars can be a doorway to greater riches and the future of the human civilization. Even the most epic adventures begin with a single step. Effect is the arrival of additional colonists temporarily suspended until the colony proves able to sustain human life. So basically, we can't send any more colonists here unless we prove that it's sustainable, obviously. Let's go back over here to see our colonists pop out.
Milestone achieved.
Here they come. Awesome. So who's this? Who's the first one to step on the ground? Can I see? I'm not sure I can. It is Arlene Garrison. She is the scientist, and she's working at a security station. Well, that's not accurate, but we also don't have a research lab yet, I don't think.
New colonists have arrived.
Oh, get inside. Come on. There we go. Welcome to your new home on the Red Planet. Oh, that's perfect. All right, and they're going to start offloading all this food, which we will store over here in the stockpile until, of course, they need it. Speaking of, we actually need... Okay, so they can get food here. Do they need a grocery, though? So, serve the finest dishes on Mars, now featuring non-plastic tableware. I'm trying to think. Because we do have the grocer. Distributes hot meals and fresh produce. I guess it wouldn't hurt to put one in here. Right? And then we can add another... what are we going to add? We can add a... statue? Nope. Stone garden. And, well, we can add the statue, I guess, over here. Okay. So, we have a new milestone. First humans on Mars. Remaining duration for the founder stage. Yep. And arriving colonists. That is all done. So, building's not working. Yes, this isn't. Do I have to go in here and manually switch these guys to what they're supposed to be working on? I think I do. So, you're actually doing your correct job. Oh, there's a lot of them in here. Oh, man. This is confusing. I'm going to leave them up to their own volition, I think. This is only like a test episode. I'm not going to really configure anything really special about this. So, while it's not really realistic for, you know, the scientists to work on the diner, let's just say that's what they want to do. So, why not? We can, of course, work on other things like... research lab. We could work on things that produce things like the electronics store to produce, well, electronics. The art workshop produces polymers, right? No, it consumes polymers. Electronics store. Oh, no, the electronics store doesn't make electronics. It consumes it. So it's like shopping. So it gives out that shopping demand, which makes sense. I don't think I have any, like, production buildings for the dome unlocked. We don't have the farm unlocked. We don't have anything else unlocked. It's pretty crazy. We really weren't prepared for human sustainability without resupply missions, but you know what, that's okay. We can also send back our first rocket, the Sol Invictus, because it is full up on fuel. So I think that's a great idea. Let's do that. Are you going?
Milestone achieved.
There it goes. Maybe. Now that would actually be pretty interesting to have a failed rocket launch. Oh, how far can we see this go? Up, up and away. It seems to be getting pretty high up here. And right off the screen. Perfect. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting to see a rocket kind of launch, but then kind of just blow up somehow. Wow, that sun is bright. So, the problem here, currently, is that we have two bases. One is the sustainability for the dome, and the other is the dome. We can't get fuel up here unless we transport it. We can't get basic concrete up here without transporting it. So we're really going to have to watch what resources we have in each location to make sure the maintenance stays up to date in both locations. This seems to be doing okay. We're still offloading the food. Yeah, there's still 75 food on board. You know what? I'm going to actually make another stockpile for the food itself. We'll do that actually kind of close to the base. Something like that. We will forbid food for now. And then we're going to offload this food right over here.
Sector scanned.
Sector scanned for 14 more minerals. Not much, but that's okay. We're going to, again, load the food on board. as much as you possibly can. Perfect, and then offload it right over there. So we have quite a bit of food stockpiled. So this should last us as long as we need it to get the farm. Sadly, we are approaching the end of the episode. I think I will get my farm up and operational before, you know, I close this out. Yeah, so we have our first colony on Mars. We have our first humans on Mars, and they're not doing much besides, I guess, just relaxing. They don't have a job to do besides working in the diner and the security station, which isn't really going to be necessary right now because they're not working, they're not stressing themselves out. So there's nothing to worry about. We have an infirmary to handle any potential injury, but they're not working, so there's nothing to really worry about in that regard. What I would like to do, though, we need more concrete. Yeah. Well, no, we shouldn't. We have 30 machine parts over here? That's right, we had some on the... that's right. Okay. Anyway, let's go get some more concrete. Because we need to make this stuff and then the metals extractor.
For the first time, a human has been born on Mars. It's truly a unique miracle.
Really? They just went at it right away. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, so the colonists have always felt like family, but what makes the family stronger and more united is the promise of new life and a better future. We have truly been blessed with a rewarding responsibility to carry the torch of hope. Let this blooming of life serve as a symbol for all humans. Mars is no longer a dead world. The colony has been evaluated positively, and additional colonists can be called from Earth. That is amazing. The first Martian. I mean, they're born here, they are a Martian. Where's the baby? Utopia Oxygen. That's a very interesting name. Child, no specialization. You are, of course, outside the workforce because you're a child, but do you have any traits yet? I don't think so. I don't know if I can check anywhere. Rename, nope. Alright, well, that's cool. So, yeah, the first child on Mars. I was thinking that was going to happen a little bit later, or not even in this series, but it happened. So, there is that. Who's your parents? Can I find that out? Oh, they don't track parents, do they? That would be interesting, but I can see why they might not want to. Because that would be a lot of backroom processing. Although, if you think about it, I mean, you're not really gonna... You're gonna get to a point where you have a lot of colonists, but at the same time, I don't think that would take too much processing power to track each individual colonist's family and ancestry. I think that would actually be a pretty cool feature. Especially once you've been on the planet here for quite a while, you've had many children, different lineages, and that would be really, really cool, I think. I do just want to check, though. We are full up on oxygen and water. We're not making any more water. It's stagnant, which is okay, but at the same time, I would rather have some more. Yeah, we can't. Okay. So let's hope we don't have a problem with water, because we really can't afford to lose any bit per hour. Building's not working. That is the grocer, which is now working. All right. So what's the dome comfort right now? We can check that. Filter by traits. Open
Vehicle battery low.
I thought we could check that somewhere. Oh, average comfort is 61. And morale is 62. That's pretty good. Low battery. Okay, come back here and recharge. Alright, the metals extractor is getting built. And then we'll see about jobs.
Research complete.
Hygroscopic vaporators, cool. That's okay. We need to assign a job here. Alright, so where are our geologists? We need at least 2. You're an engineer. You're a medic. Scientist. Officer. What color is the geologist? Yellow? Well, kind of. Alright, you're gonna work right over there. Oh, we need power. Of course we do. Okay, also, I was kind of wrong before. This is where you get the production for the dome. These are the buildings that go inside here. We do have the polymer factory unlocked. Oh, actually, that's outside, isn't it? Do we need humans for that? Yes, we do. We still need workers, but these are the two that go inside, and I guess polymer is outside. Interesting. We also have the rare metals that we can work on over here. So, I mean, there's a lot of jobs to do in this one location. However, I don't think we're going to be able to continue much longer. I was going to hope to try to build the farm, but at the same time, we have tons and tons of food. That's not really a requirement right now. So, yeah, at this rate, we would continue to grow our colony. We would probably build a second dome somewhere over here in the near future. We would try to expand our colonists' residencies in here. I mean, we currently have 14 slots and 13 filled. We would send back the rare metals to increase our funding, and we'd continue to build and expand our Martian colony. Sadly, though, like I said, this is the last episode of this mini-series. However, I will be coming back to this at some point in the future. Not right away, but at some point. I do really, really like Surviving Mars. It's a great little casual game to play. Sadly, I don't see much replayability. Now, of course, you do have those mysteries. We haven't even touched the mystery on this map. So I guess if you want to play all the different mysteries, you can, of course, replay the game. However, the only other thing that I would say is good for replayability here is just challenges. You know, a one-dome challenge, or like what we are doing right now is to just stay on the plateau. You know, stuff like that. That's kind of the cool stuff that I would come back for. Also, some interesting looking maps. In terms of what this game kind of needs is, I would actually say this game needs multiplayer. I think it would be very, very interesting to compete over a spot. Now, just like kind of like Off-World Trading Company, how you compete on the same kind of map, it would be interesting to see another player have a colony land somewhere over here, you land over here, and you're kind of racing for each tile. Control of each tile, to expand your colony and whatnot. That would be interesting. I know it's not really feasible right now, maybe ever, but that would be the one thing I would add to this game to make it more replayable. But either way, I have really, really enjoyed this, and I look forward to playing this again in the future. So thank you all for watching, and definitely stay tuned for more.